Okay, good morning. So my face was strong before. So I'm smiling now. Thank you guys for being here. It's an amazing moment, and I'm so excited to be sharing what I'll be sharing with you guys this morning. Big welcome to my guys online, people joining us from Kenya, from Tanzania, from Ghana, Sierra Leone, Uganda, and many other countries I can't remember to mention right now, and my fellow Nigerian brothers. You're welcome again. Hope you guys are feeling all right. I know the weather is not very friendly this morning, and probably caused some of you guys to come in late. Or is this how you guys go to your jobs late? You know? So, okay. So we are here at Limitless, and I'm sure you guys will be wondering what it's all about. I'm sure you guys are kind of curious. You just say, okay, Magic is doing event. We are selected. Let's just go and see what's going to happen there. You know, I understand your curiosity. This is like one of a kind. It's very new. To be honest, it's not like I saw this initiative somewhere and I decided to replicate it. No, it's something that came to me myself. And I decided to call it Limitless because I found out from my research that a lot of photographers are not informed. Let me just put it that way. Information is power, you know. What you don't know, you can't work with. Like they say, knowledge is power. I like to use the word information. Information is power. And I feel like our industry in Africa, specifically the photography space, we don't really have access to information. We don't really know what is going on out there. You know, we don't even know the potential of our industry. You know, and I find that if we don't start to talk to each other, we don't start to pass this information, we don't start to spread that news, to open up our minds to opportunities, this industry will not grow. You can hardly find a rich investor that is willing to invest in a photography business. I don't think any investor right now wants to take 50 million and invest in the photography business. But you see investors investing in fintech. That's why you see a lot of fintechs everywhere now. It's very easy to get funding. Even foreign investors, they invest in agricultural sector. They invest in health sector. A lot of these hospitals, all these organizations you see, it's not just one man that has money in his pocket that starts them. No, he just has an idea. What they do is when they have an idea, they find people that have the money and they fund the idea and they start. But you don't see that in the photography space. So as a photographer, you have to start it on your own, build it on your own, scale it on your own. Everything is on your camera, you save for it. Your office, you save up for it. Your staffing, you save up for it. If you want to build anything out of your business. Because we don't really understand. And it's our fault. Because we are not aware. We are still picturing photography as just, you know. Camera and I'm a cameraman. Let me shoot wedding. Let me do birthday shoot. That's it. I do it too. I'm ready photographers. Majority of you know. Birthday shoot, all this, yeah. That's good. But if you don't start to open your mind to seeing what you do as bigger than it is, you won't really scale. An average photographer today can't even dream of buying a house. You know? You need to think about it. That in this photography, I will buy a house of maybe 150 million naira. It sounds unrealistic, but it is. It's very possible. Because what you do is key, is essence. Photography is as important as health, actually. I'm going to show you some information, some data now that will shock you. Photography is key. It's a very, very powerful discipline. Photography has been existing for centuries. You know, people that have taken some best photos that they've died 100 years ago, people are still buying the photos today. I have a friend in this Lagos. I was still with him 3 weeks ago. He took a photo of someone in this Lagos and he sold it for 1 million naira inside this Lagos. To tell you how much people value photography, but a lot of you don't know. It's not just about doing birthday shoots. I know it's good. Everybody wants money, yes. But when you start to expose your mind, open your mind to what is going on out there, your industry data. If I ask you now, like, how many photographers do we have in Lagos State? Do you even know? So you don't even have any idea of like the number of, at least an average number. Of course, we can't have an accurate number, but an average number of your competition. You don't know. You are in an industry and you don't know the number of, at least an average, like around this range. Like around this number, this is the number of competitors I have in Lagos or probably in Nigeria as an industry. Okay, what is the value of my industry? You cannot be in an industry and you don't even know the value. What your industry is worth. You know, entertainment industry, they have what? Is what so. In Nollywood, they have their what? That at least around this range. So when you know the what of your industry, it gives you insight. You say, if this industry can be what this much, that means if I just get 0.001 of this thing, I'm done. I'm made. Are you getting where I'm driving at now? That's the essence of Limitless. Limitless is I wanted to say show. It's not a show. Limitless is an experience where your mind is shifted, your mind is opened. So I want you guys to leave here this morning. It's not going to be a long event, but I want you guys to leave here this morning and go and start working on yourself based on the things I will share with you. Are you with me? You start, because it's not just about carrying cameras around. Photography is deeper than that, and the industry is bigger than that. And if we don't start to put ourselves in places where we can get this data, we'll just be limited by what we see on Instagram. A lot of us will use Instagram to judge the industry, forgetting that Instagram is just one platform out of a lot of platforms. In fact, I know photographers that are not even on Instagram. And they make, let me not go down that road. Photographers that are not there, some are there, they are not active. When I say they make money, I'm not talking of tens of millions, I mean hundreds of millions. I know a photography brand in this Nigeria that makes up to 1 billion annually. In this Nigeria. This is fact. I'm not giving you just guesswork. This is direct. They make up to 1 billion in this same Nigeria that all of us have. And I found out that it's an African phenomenon. That's why I'm involving my brothers in other countries too. I found out that it's because I've done my research. I've made calls, I've spoken to people, my friends in Kenya, Ghana, I've had meetings, and I found out that it's an African thing. We just tend to see ourselves as small, compared to what the whites are doing. As if they are special. And that's not the case. We are even, if not more, unique. That's why you find that even majority of the inventions and things they do in the white space, the European space, they take it from here. Even from their movies, their storylines. If I start giving you some key points of some things that they pick from here, you'll be shocked. So what we carry is bigger than who we are. So it's not just about, are you using Nikon? Are you using Canon? Because that's what we are used to. A lot of us, this guy is using Nikon, so I'll go and buy Nikon. No, there's more to all that. There's more to all that. This is not a photography class. So don't think I'm bringing model to show you. But I'm sure what you learn will really help you. So let's get into it. How's it going there? So let me start by saying, welcome again. And you have to write things down. So if you've not gotten your notepads out yet, and for those of you watching online, please get your notes. A lot will be said that you might not remember. So when you write them down, you can just take some time to study them afterwards. All right. So, por favor, are we good? Yes. All right. So it's very important that you apply what you learned today. Let me just say that as we carry on. It's not just for show, or just come there, Magic said a lot of things, or the thing makes sense, it made sense, you just go and continue your life. It's important that you apply some of the information and dwell on it, meditate on it in your heart, and I'm sure God will help us. Let's say a quick word of prayer. I'm a Christian, so just join me. If you're not a Christian, just join me in prayer. Let's close our eyes. Father, we bless you this morning. Thank you for this moment. We ask that you inspire us this morning. We ask that you speak to us. We ask that you open our hearts to deeper understanding. And by the end of this program, all glory will be to you. In Jesus' name I pray. Well, so let's talk a bit about the industry. Let's start from there before I now tell you the things I believe you should do. I'm sure the moment I open your eyes to what is going on in the industry, it will really give you a deeper understanding onto where you stand, where you are operating. Because a lot of us think photography is small. It's actually not small. I know people that are buying houses, having estates, and they are doing photography. So it's not small. And it's not just about the money, to be honest. Yes, we all want money. Me too, I want money. There's no doubt about that. But it's more about building a business of essence, living a life of impact, doing something meaningful. And the photography can help you do that. Because the power of photography is too big. Creating memories is not a joke. You guys don't know. It's not a joke. Imagine shooting someone's wedding and you're unable to deliver the person's picture. Imagine the hurt that person is going to feel for the rest of her life. That's a memory. So what you are doing is as important as someone that is doing surgery. Because memories are very powerful. The same way we need to take care of our body, we also need to take care of our hearts, our feelings, our emotions. And that's where memories lie. So don't take what you do for granted. So now let's go to talking about our industry, understanding the industry. I got this breakdown from Mr. Christopher, and I will analyze it for you guys. In 1998, are you guys with me? Are you guys with me?
Yes, sir.
All right. In 1998, maximum of 1 million people had a camera in Nigeria. Out of the whole, as at then, I think our population should be around 150 million thereabout. Maximum of 1 million people had cameras in Nigeria. Maximum of 1 million. And out of that 1 million people, only like 100,000 people were professional photographers. Between 100 to 200,000 were professional photographers. I'm trying to take it all back just to show you the progress of how our industry has evolved, to give you more insights. In a whole country, at least as of 1998, I don't think we were less than 100 million. I'm sure it's up to 150 million as of then. And only 1 million people had cameras. And out of that, maybe only 100,000 to 200,000. So it's not even up to 1% of the population of the country that were professional photographers. Now, you guys are flowing with me, right? Now, let me quickly say this. We have two types of photography. We have fun photography. Let's just put it that way. I will explain. FUN. We have fun photography. Then we have obligatory photography. Fun photography, and we have obligatory photography. We have fun photography. We have obligatory photography. So fun photography is just like, all this. It's not really important. It's not really serious. Maybe a lady is going to the office and she's putting on something nice that Monday. This is how they used to live those days, when there was no smartphones. Maybe you just put something nice in the office and I feel like, this picture is nice. This your outfit is nice now. Go and take a picture now. They have to leave the office and go to a studio close by to get a picture of that pretty outfit you're wearing. Or maybe just a couple, they just got married, they just wore, those days, they like to do matching outfit a lot those days. And they just like it. Okay, let's quickly stop by at the nearest studio. Let's take a picture. That's just fun photos. It's not like crucial. It's not crucial. But photographers were making a lot of money then. Because anybody that wants to take photos those days, both fun, both obligatory, you need photographer. Because nobody has smartphone, nobody has personal cameras. It's very rare. So anything that has to do with getting a professional photo, you have to go to a photography studio. I imagine in a country of over 120 to 150 million people, we had only maybe like 100,000 photographers. So the traffic was huge for photographers then. Significantly huge. So photographers were making a lot of money. You might just be seeing, maybe when you were young, as a 98, majority of you will still be, So you just Baba photo in that place, you will be shocked what they were making then. Especially in those analog days, before digital took off. Then digital was already here. Digital has already started, but it was not like big, but it was already here, That was the thing. Then, when it was now like 2010, it's not even 2010, maybe before, after Obasanjo came with the whole GSM revolution. For a start, it wasn't smartphone. It was still phones, Nokia. Nokia, Snake Zenzia. I'm sure some of you play Snake Zenzia here. Sajem, Bounce. That phone, that was not smartphone, but that was when it started. And up until, let's say 2010, that's when the whole thing broke out. When we had Samsung, from Samsung to Techno to every smartphones were all over the place. So things started to change, where people don't really have to go to a photography studio anymore to take those fun pictures they used to take before. When I have a nice outfit. This outfit is nice, so let me quickly take a picture. They didn't need it anymore because they don't have access to smartphones. Even the ones that cannot afford a smartphone has a friend that has one. So the traffic went all the way down. The traffic reduced for photographers. So I'm sure then all of us were still in school or something, so we didn't know anything, but that was what was going on in the industry. I'm just trying to give you a backstory. So the traffic reduced, and as a result, and this is like an African thing. Don't forget that majority of things that happen in Nigeria, majority of things that happens in Africa usually starts in Nigeria. Majority, not all. It now moves to other countries of Africa. So now, that's how we started, and we found that the traffic reduced. So photographers were left with only obligatory photography. What's an example of obligatory photography? Wedding. Because you cannot get married, no matter how rich you are. Let me not use the word poor. No matter, you will get a photographer one way or the other. you know, or maybe you just put to bed, you have to take photos of your baby, or you need to do some documentation, you need to take some passport. You can, it's just now that you can take passport on your phone and post it and send it. Those days, there's nothing like that. You have to get a printed passport, you know, or any type of photography that you do. Or it's your birthday, and out of 5 people, 4 people will want to take photos on their birthday, especially female. You understand? So that's obligatory. That one, you rarely see people say, I'm preparing for my birthday shoot, and they dress up, they do their makeup, they do all that, and they use their phones to take the picture. No. Averagely, majority of them will find a photographer that can afford to sell. So that's obligatory. So before, the photographers were enjoying both fun photography and obligatory photography. But when smartphone took over, it was just obligatory photography. Now let me now give you this statistic. Today, we have up to 70 to 80 million smartphones in Nigeria. We have up to 70 to 80 million smartphones in Nigeria. So that means 70 to 80 million cameras, because let me just say 90% of people have smartphones today. 90%. I'm not trying to say everybody has a smartphone, but 90%. Even in the rural areas, even in the villages, if you go to Facebook and see those people, they just snap their photos in front of those uncompleted buildings. Everybody has access to smartphones today. So minimum of 80 million people has a smartphone. Majority of smartphones come with what? Camera, right? Now look at that statistic. And these same people that have these smartphones, because the truth is, the only reason people buy smartphones is because of camera. Why do you upgrade from iPhone 12 to iPhone 13? Is it RAM? You know the truth. Why do you move from iPhone 8 to iPhone 12? Or Samsung this to that, and you're excited to change your phone. And the moment you save up that, the money is complete, you rush to where they buy it just because you want to change your phone. It's not because of the functions of the phone. There might be other reasons, of course, but the major reason is usually the camera. And it's even different for us photographers. I'm not talking of regular people that are not photographers. It's camera. Remember when my wife was going to change her phone? Oh, she was desperate about the 13 Pro Max. As if the function of that 13 Pro Max is the camera. Understand this. Now, just to tell you that this is how much people appreciate photos. Photos is key. I'm just giving you some deep insights to give you an understanding of people love photos this much. Because when I'm done with you, you should be able to change your mindset to understand consumers' point of view. Because that will give you an understanding to make on the decisions you make, from your pricing to your value to the steps you take in your business and all that. Now look at it. If we have like 70 to 80 million smartphones in the hands of people, not in the market, in the hands of people. If you calculate, let's just do a quick estimate. 70 million times just 1,000 naira. No. That's like 700 million. You know? I'm thinking it's more than 700 million. Because this industry, our industry is in billions, it's not in millions. Except you want to convert to dollars. You know? Now, it's in billion. I have it at 70 million times 1,000 is 70 billion. Yeah, because I know it's not million. Because I remember using it on my phone calculator. It didn't work. You know, phone calculator cannot carry anything more than million. So that's when I knew it was not million, it was billion. And don't forget that I did that multiplication by what? 1,000 naira. You rarely find any photography service today that is 1,000 naira. You rarely. I didn't say it doesn't exist. Don't come and give it. You rarely now, on an average, 1,000 naira, yes, it exists. Especially some maybe in the rural areas, in the suburbs, or maybe other parts of Nigeria. Yes. But on an average, no. You can't shoot a wedding for 1,000 naira now. You should go and shoot someone's baby for 1,000 naira. Do you understand what I'm saying now? So, but I decided to use a very low number, 1,000, just to give you a picture of the traffic, the industry, how huge it is. So the photography industry, just in Nigeria, is a billionaire industry. And when they tell you something that an industry is worth a certain amount, just look at it that everybody that is in that industry, they have their share in that amount. That's the meaning of a worth of an industry. Everybody that is working in that industry, from me, you, all of us, and everyone else that is in the photography space, and everybody that is in the value chain. Speaking of value chain, you know that in the photography industry, it's not only photographers that are there. We have camera dealers. We have printers. Do you know how much printer? People don't know these things. Even camera dealers. So I'm just trying to open your minds to the potential in the photography space before I start giving you some key points that I need you to work on yourself. It's huge. When somebody tells you an industry is in billions, that should automatically tell you that I can have a small piece now. Just 0.000.1 is enough for me. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's not just about learning retouching. Yes, I think he gave you guys free giveaway for retouching course. Yes, it's good. I took my time to master these things, and it's part of the things I'll mention. But if you don't have a deep understanding of what your industry, the potential of your industry, you'll just be thinking of competition alone. You'll just be like, well, competition, photographers everywhere. At all, if I just see one job, let me just see something to survive. And if you continually think survivor, you will never grow. What you don't see, you don't get. When I say see, I don't mean with your eyes, I mean with your mind. So if you are just thinking survivor, let me just get job, let me just know how to retouch so that people can give me job. If that's your mindset, in a 70 billion naira plus industry, what are you doing here? Just go and start a cobbling shop or something. Because you are wasting potential. And when I'm talking of the industry, a lot of you guys tend to limit yourself to wedding photography, portrait, wedding photography, portrait, wedding photography, portrait. When I say portrait, I know it encompasses anything. People like to call it studio photography. Studio, birthday shoot, beauty shoot, family shoot. That's just a part of the industry. What of the commercial space? Do you know the amount of money people make in that space? People get one job 20 million, one job 30 million. Yeah. The commercial space is huge. The entertainment space is huge. The event space is huge. When I say event, I don't mean weddings. I mean corporate space. Corporate events. Maybe companies that do annual general meeting, end of the year party, conferences. Because the type of marketing you do in that type of space is different from wedding. You don't do bridal shoot for someone that for a target market. It's huge. So photography says even sports now. Sports, documentary. I told you I have a friend that sold a picture for $1 million. He's not a painter, photographer. So he just took a picture of one lady like that, creative picture, and he went to present it in an exhibition in the Lagos Island here, and he sold it for $1 million. He sold one other one for 350,000. Free shoot, just one easy shoot he just did in his studio in Lagos. So a lot of us, we don't know these things. So we tend to feel like photography is just all about survival. Let me just have something to do. In fact, majority of us did not even choose photography really much out of passion. We just chose out of, this photography thing, they hot now, they trend. People, they say there's money in photography. You just join. There's nothing bad. The truth is, I myself did not choose photography out of passion. Those of you that follow me for a while, you would have, I used to say this a lot. So don't beat yourself up. I'm just a very passionate person. Anything I do, I know I will do it well. So when I saw photography, it was not because I saw it in my dream or I saw a vision that I'll become a photographer. No. I just saw it, photography thing, it's nice. I was doing graphic, let me learn it. I just went all in. I left the bank and I faced this squarely. Are you guys learning one or two already? I'm just trying to open your mind. That's why I'm going deeper to these things. So don't limit yourself as we carry on. Say to yourself, don't limit yourself. Because the industry is big, guys. The industry is huge. We're talking billions. And don't forget, the analysis I made is at a very small number, 1,000 naira. So, and I decided to make it all about the country because it's not just about Lagos. You don't have to be in Lagos. I know guys in suburbs of Akure, Ekiti, that have built 3, 4, 5 houses. And the cost they charge for their business is not even something that will shake you. But they built empires out of it because there's a market. The key thing is not your price. The key thing is the market. So you find mega companies that render services. It doesn't have to photography. But you find mega companies that render services for as low as 3,000, 2,000. And they have branches all over Nigeria. How much is GT Bank taking as bank charges from you every month? Is it not 700 naira, 800 naira, 1,000 naira? So this is, at least the minimum central bank approves for these banks is 25 billion. Where is the 25 billion coming from? To just give you insight that business is different from skill. Skill is important, but when you don't open your eyes to the potential of your business, you will just be joking. Now, let me quickly say this. Passion is not more enough. Listen to this. Passion is not more enough. Obsession is the new passion. Yes. I want to start with this. So that, yeah, very, very key. Passion is not more enough. Obsession is the new passion. Yeah. You know, before they will say, why did you choose photography? Why did you decide to become a photographer? I was passionate about it. I liked it. It's something I love, and I just decided to do it. Yes, that works before. But if you are not willing to go crazy, not abnormal, of course, but if you are not willing to go all in and push yourself and whatever it takes, you can't stand the test of time. Because the same way I'm telling you that the industry is big is the same way we're having more people come into the industry. Every year we have a fresh set of graduates. And for people, even for people that did not even go to school. So the industry is growing so rapidly in a way that we have thousands of photographers. You see that my marketing executive talked about the number of people we have in our community. Almost 9,000. And the academy is not even up to 6 months old. And imagine, to give you an idea of the numbers, of course, it's an African community, so it's not just Nigeria. And we've not even done much promotions like that. So if we want to go further, you'll be shocked. Do you guys know that there's Photography Association in Lagos? What's the new organization? Are you guys part of it? No. You guys love Instagram too much. You don't know that there's life outside Instagram. Yeah, I love Instagram too. I'm not going to sound like I'm different from you people. All of us are together. We're on the same boat. But there's life outside Instagram. Don't make Instagram for your business. You cannot use just a social media platform to build yourself. It should just be part of, not the only. You get what I mean? Part of, but not the only thing you use to build yourself as a creative. Join us. You don't know the opportunity that this is where they choose people that work with politicians. That's where they come from. These people work directly with the government. And the reason is that us young photographers, we are not joining what is going on with the government. That's why they are not supporting us. We want to come up with an idea that has to do with educational sector, medical sector. They will go to government. Government will give them billions. But us photographers, they won't even answer you. Cameraman, that's what they call us. And it's our fault. It's our fault. We are not doing research. This thing I just told you, I'm sure majority of you are probably hearing it for the first time. It's not like I saw it in Revelation. It's just research. I have many more that I have in my notes. Plenty information on photography space in Africa, in Nigeria. Because I do research. I need to understand where I'm operating now. I cannot just be looking for customers. I'm supposed to do projection. I should even have some kind of estimate and say, at least if I let me give you this insight. If I promote my business to 50,000 people, okay, at least out of 50,000 people, I should be able to get 100 people. That's business. A lot of you just post pictures and just sit down and wait for magic to happen. It doesn't work that way. Even for me, with how far I've come in my business, I don't do that. How many of you promote your work here? Actively, not once in a while. Because some of you say you promote your work, you just do 1 week. You just end. You just move on. No, it doesn't work that way. You don't promote. Why is Coca-Cola still doing advert? MTN. MTN is the biggest telecom company in Africa. They are still doing adverts. Airtel, they are still signing all the actors and actresses for fresh set of adverts. They don't need the adverts because they don't really have much competition. It's just Airtel, MTN, Glo. I don't think we still have Nine Mobile. Is there still Nine Mobile? Yes. That's all. In the whole country, just 4 brands serving the telecom space. They don't need advert now. But a lot of advertisement that Airtel do, are you even interested in it? You're already customers. They don't need it, but they still do it. About us that we are still growing our brand. We are not doing that. Sometimes I laugh at that. Anyway, let's carry on. Now, I said something that passion is not more enough. What's more? Obsession. If you cannot be obsessed with what you are doing, you can't grow. Please come and turn on the second AC for me. If you cannot be obsessed with what you are doing, you can't grow. It's not possible. Obsession is when you take the steps. The truth is, success is, I don't want to use the word success is easy, but success is possible. You understand? Success is very possible. Yes. Success is very possible, but you have to be obsessed about it. And when I say success, I'm not just talking about making money. I'm talking about building a business that's sustainable. I was at a point in my career where it was all about money for me. I just want to make money. But I now got to a point, after making some discoveries, I found out that I don't want to just live for money anymore. I want money. I'm not trying to sound like one individual that, I want to live large. I want to drive the best cars. Yes, but I feel like building a business that is sustainable is more important. Where I can pay salaries, where I can help other people, where I can have staff, where I can touch lives. That's what even led me to starting the academy in the first place. That's why majority of my products are very, very... those of you that followed my academy, you know that my products are... I like to make sure the price is as low as possible. I have my photography business and I'm running things. So without the academy, I'm fine. But that's why I don't... Because I feel like that's messages I get every day from people. From my DMs, from my calls, and this magic, that's your course, that's your webinar, that's your video. Trust me, it makes me happy. It gives me joy when I see these things, that people are actually growing. People sending me pictures, magic is your preset, I used to create this thing, and I help them. It gives me joy. So when you start thinking from that point of view, you will make progress. Now, let me say this. Mindset. Let's talk about mindset for 5 minutes. Because it all starts from your mindset. Now, success is universal. It is not career specific. Success is universal. It is not career specific. What I mean is, wherever you are, whatever sector you are, you can be successful in it. The world has changed now. There's nothing like, those days, it's only the students that in medicine department and the ones in law department and maybe engineering department that we honor in school. Those are the ones that are rated. Medicine, that guy's in medicine. No? So those of us that are in the arts, maybe theater or something, people don't even rate those departments. That guy's accounting, he's doing his accounts. Yes, those are good careers. I'm an accountant too. But it is not specific to certain careers anymore. Look at the music industry, for example. Music industry, I'm sure even people in the professional space are looking at people in entertainment space today and like, ordinary brand influencing. Just talking about skincare. Some of them are buying houses. So to tell you that it's not really specific to education self. Education is key. So it's universal. So first of all, let's start there. Know that anywhere I am, whatever thing I do, there's no area where I can attain or achieve success. Now, everything that exists in the world is created twice. First in your mind, then in reality. This sentence I just gave you, if you can use capital letter as you're writing it, so that when you're checking out your note later, you can study it. Because this is where it all starts from. Where I am today is something that I have envisioned years ago. So I found out that sometimes I used to beat myself up and say that, I think I did not dream big enough. Are you with me? With where I am today, I used to say myself, I don't think I dreamt big enough that 5 years ago. Because I found out that this was what I was saying 5 years ago that's where I am currently. Do you get what I'm saying now? The power of mindset is very key. What do you see? A lot of us are we think small. And we seem to forget that the foundation of where we believe we want to get to is from here. It's not from the external. It is the internal. You attract success. You don't pursue it. So a lot of us, we are doing the opposite. We are pursuing it. We are supposed to attract it. And how do you attract it? Start from your dream, your mindset. All these things, I'm sure you've heard it before. But it's the truth. So I have to tell you the truth. And I'm trying to speak directly to photographers. That's why I made this event about photographer. Because I feel like you people need to hear this thing from a fellow photographer. So I'm not a motivational speaker. Thank God you follow me. You know I'm just a wedding photographer. It starts from your thinking, your mind. What is your dream? Because what you don't see, you don't get. Some of us, our thinking is just, make I just see wedding. Make I just see like one wedding or two wedding. Maybe they just pay me like 200K. I don't do okay. No, now. Here, are you thinking of shooting all over the world? Are you thinking of paying? I know a photographer that as at 1999 or thereabout, he was paying up to 200 people staff salary. They were doing photography and they were doing printing. 200 people. You know what's your dream? What kind of business do you want to have? Some of you just want to stay in your house and use the living room as studio and stay in the bedroom. That's a stage. I'm not criticizing. I've done it before. So, but that's a stage. But is that your own dream? Okay, make I just see flats like this. Nice flat with big parlor, living room. That's a stage. That should be like a means to an end. Like, okay, this is not my final destination, but let me just be here temporarily. Because it's all about how you think, what you see. Some of you don't see that place of, in another 7 years, I'm going to buy my first house in this photography. Because when you start thinking it, that is when it becomes real. Now, let me give you an insight. When I wanted to buy my car, my SUV, I remember when I didn't really know much about the car. In fact, I don't really see it. I've seen it before, but I was not very familiar. So the day I went to the car lot, when I even went to the car lot, I didn't even have money to buy a car. Just to give you insight about the power of thinking. I went to the car lot then on the island, and the cars I went to check Benz. Benz is popular now. I said, okay, let me check. I was checking, these cars are expensive. I was under that. Then the man showed me one SUV. I was like, try test drive this car. And I took it, one blue SUV like that. I took the car. I did the test drive. Just 10 seconds, nothing serious. I just drove, went around, come back. And when I came back, I dropped the car key. I left the place. I started thinking about the car. In fact, when I was going, I was not seeing the car everywhere. The car, you understand? I'm sorry you guys get what I'm saying. And now the car with this is the car. I was like, so this car is everywhere. I got the car maybe 6 weeks after. Or maybe less than 2 months after. I don't think it's up to 2 months. Maybe 6 weeks after. I got my own. Let me put it that way. That's what I'm driving now. Just to tell you the power of thinking. Because I took that car on a test drive. The thing stuck in my mind. Before I knew it, I started thinking of that car. This car. Before I started seeing it, before I knew it, I started gathering the body car. That's life. It all starts from your thinking. If I did not start thinking of that car, I didn't do that, I wouldn't have bought that car when I bought it. Because when I started doing car shopping, I didn't have the money for the car. Do you get what I'm saying? When I was going to buy my first car, I like to use my car as an analogy a lot. But my first car, this was years ago. My first car, I bought that car. Anyway, I bought that car 600K. I'll give you the actual figure. When I remember that day, I was just in my living room. That my small house I was living there. I was like, I need a car now. I'm a wedding photographer. And at least let me have something to use to carry equipment. I hate the fact that. And then when there wasn't Uber. So early morning, I used to use Danfo. I didn't like it. And I said, I want a car. And as I remember I had I think 100K or 90K in my account. And it's not like I had, someone already promised me some money or something. No. I just said, I want a car. And I started looking for a car. In fact, this was just spontaneous. It's not like maybe somebody already taught me something about mindset. But now that I'm now living in the power of mindset, I now remember those things those days that I actually did something that is related to this thing. It actually works. Do you understand? It works. So it's like magnets. They call it law of attraction. Those of you that study. It works. So I remember I now started making calls. I want to buy a car. I went to First Stack. I went to check one car. All those youth, low budget. I started looking for a car. Before I knew it, this one came, 200,000. Before I knew it, I saw this small change, 250,000, 270,000. I was gathering it. I was still looking for the car. It was like, you can't get a car for this budget. You have to raise your budget. I said, okay. I kept on for 2 months. I got the car. I remember it was January, first week in January. I made the decision to buy that car, and I got the car in February. Before I knew it, I said the money was like 500K. I was like, my budget is 500K. But I saw one car 600. That car was perfect for me. Because the engine was good. And I saw I've made the way. I got the car. Mindset, thinking. So don't think small. This camera that I'm using like this, at least for the next 5 years, let me just be using this camera, make it no spoil. You will use it for 5 years, though. Fact. That's the truth. Because you are not going to attract the resources that will make you change that camera. That's how life is. So I want you to start thinking. Because I find that all of us, we are too, it's just workshop we know. Lighting, posing. These things are fantastic. I have courses I watch myself. But this part too is key. Because no matter how good you are as a photographer, if your thinking does not improve, your dreams does not become bigger, What is the essence? I know a lot of photographers that are so good at what they do, but they don't have the brand that is solid. And I know photographers that their work is not even, I'm not even impressed. But they build solid businesses for themselves. So the skill plays a part, but it's not the only important part. Everything is created twice. First in your mind. So create, think, have quiet time. Sit down and just think ahead. How do I want 2024 to look like? We are ending 2023 in another 4 months, less than 4 months. What am I doing next year? What is my goal? How is 5 years going to look like for me as a photographer? What kind of business am I going to build? Oh, okay, let me do a research on the industry. What other industries do we have in photography? Outside what I do that I can explore. Maybe I should try this sport. Let me even start going for all these sporting events. Or all this polo. Do you know polo? Yes. All this horse ride, all this golf. They do it in Nigeria. Let me just try, explore. Maybe I can enter as a photographer. Let me just be taking, let me see. That's life. Just be curious. Then from when you are curious, you start to carve out visions and dreams from there. Another 5 years, I know I can be here. And you now start taking steps. That's how progress happens. So it starts from your mind. And I want us to grow. I want photography. I want us to be able to have like black tie events, photographers. All of us black suit talks. Everybody just park their cars in one monarch. No, and then these guys are photographers. And people like, photographers? That's what I want. I don't want it to be like in the whole state, we have only 2 photographers, 3 photographers, everybody's just worshiping them. No. So a lot of times we look at photographers that have done well for themselves. We look at them as talented for people. They are talented. That you are not as talented as they are. That's a big lie. That's a very big. I was still watching Fela Kuti last night. That's a big lie. Why they've done well for themselves? Because they learned what they are doing. They learned it. They didn't. It's not. You can never find someone that he just knew how to take pictures naturally. Does it exist? No. The guy just sabi photo natural, and so it just be. It's not possible. Or I just saw that frequency separation. I just knew it in 30 seconds. I just saw it. I just knew how to use the low frequency and high frequency. They learned it. It's all learned. So when you see some photographers post something and it blows your mind, they go and learn it too. It's just that sacrifice. A lot of us are not willing to make that sacrifice. You learn it. So you learn business, you learn skill, you get there. Simple. It's as simple as that. I know it's not as easy as that. I know that is everything is just jolly ride. No. But it's as simple as that. So everything is created twice. That's the place of passion and the place of mindset. So I don't want to, it's not a mindset talk, but I just want to start with that it's important that you create it in your mind and you believe it. You believe it. Believe it, oh. Nothing is impossible, believe me. Because I've been there. When I think of some things in my mind, I'm like, this one, what am I thinking about? It doesn't look normal or realistic. Just say, make it. Travel to 3 countries. For where? Where are they travel to? Who won't carry me travel to 3 countries? So it happens in your mind. And you yourself, you'll now be cautioning yourself, cautioning your mind. As if somebody is charging you for thinking. You can't thought be this one. You'll be like, this is too big now. I'm just a photographer living in one, maybe you are still with your folks or you are just in one small apartment. Nothing is impossible. Nothing, no. Not impossible, it starts from the way you think. Then from when you now start building that your mindset, and the best way you can help your mindset is to be much of a studious person. Be studious. Don't spend all your hours and your time on social media. I love social media too. I love entertainment. But it got to a point in my life where I had to unfollow all of the entertaining pages I follow before, especially on my personal page. I unfollowed all of them. All, not some. I followed all. I find that this thing is not going to help me in any way. Just shining teeth at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. When somebody is somewhere counting money. No. I said, no, this has to stop. I unfollowed everything. I started following only people that I know will help my life. Based on my faith as a Christian and also business and photography. People that I look up to. That's all I follow. So when I'm on my personal page scrolling like this, it's the things that will help my life I'm seeing. I'm not seeing one skit. No, which kind of skit? I don't have time. If I'm in the mood, I can just play something on my TV. Maybe I'm with my wife chilling. We can watch something. That's once in a while. But the key thing is be studious. When you're studious and you start to feed your mind with the things that will help you, like in the place of business, place of skill, this mindset thing, these dreams that I'm talking about will be coming. It will be coming real to you. It will be coming possible in your mind. And yes, I can do this thing now. Because nothing is impossible. Trust me, nothing is impossible. Now, vision. Are you guys learning some things? Yes. Vision. I'm not going to give you what is vision. Vision is, again, we know all these things. So I'm not bothering you with all that. But what I want to say is that have big visions. And don't wait for the provision to have the vision. Listen, your eyes. Don't wait for the what? The provision to have the vision. Because a lot of us, we start by saying that, I want to, let me use the car thing, for example. I want to buy a car for 5 million naira, for example, and you don't have more than 200,000 naira. So you just discard that vision in your mind and say, no, it's not possible. Where do I want to see 5 million naira? It's not possible. It doesn't work that way. I have a friend, very, very close friend, a photographer. I'm sure if I mention his name, you guys know him. He got a very, very huge apartment around April this year. When he started looking for the apartment is worth like 5 million. When he was looking for the apartment, he had like less than 1 million. And he started calling agents to tell you that. So he had a vision that, I want to have a studio apartment of this type. And for me to get this type, this is the cost. And he started calling agents. And he started doing search. In fact, I even sent him some numbers and he was going around looking for places and he don't have money. The same thing that I explained about the first car I bought was what he did. And he was looking for those places, by the time he saw a place, the money was not complete, just told him to give him a few more days. But by the time he saw a place, like almost 2 months after, it was almost at that amount. The formula of the way the world works, the way God has created the world is that when you have a vision and you start taking steps towards that vision, provisions now come. That's the formula. It's not that you first gather provision, you now look for vision. And that's what a lot of us do. So we don't plan ahead. We don't say, in the next 2 years, I'm going to achieve this, I'm going to achieve this. We look at, no, based on the way I am right now, it's not possible to achieve this in the next 2 years. So there's no need to think of this thing. Let me just focus on where I am. So a lot of us find ourselves staying in one spot for so long. Do you understand what I'm saying? So don't wait for the provision. Just make move towards your vision. Start pushing. Just start taking steps. Of course, have a vision first. Because where do you want to take step to if you don't have vision? And it's coming here this morning, you got the address, and you're coming right here. You're not just parabolating on the road. So a lot of us don't have visions. What do you want to do with your photography business now? You cannot be thinking survival only. It's too small. Because if you are thinking survival only, that's what you will be. You will just be surviving. And mommy will just see money, will just the hustle. A lot of us talk like that. I've stopped it. I trained myself to stop talking like that. Maybe we just the hustle. You know easy, oh. Man, know easy out there. You know easy. Maybe just stop it. Stop. No, don't say that. Maybe just the hustle. Maybe just the push. You will just be pushing. I don't want you won't be pushing, but you get what I'm saying. I don't want you to find yourself in that. Have vision. Then start taking real steps. This is the type of photographer I want to be like. Then you make intentional step. How do I meet this photographer? Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes, oh. Some of you just send me DM. Boss, hello. You want to meet me, oh? You just go, boss, hello. Yes, boss. So you expect me to now answer and say, I hail you too. Mean that I'm busy. You know? That's not how to make intentional steps to learning from someone or having someone become your mentor. Because mentorship is very important. It will really help you save time in your journey. Somebody that can tell you, somebody that pass where you want to pass. We have a lot of top guys there that can mentor you. Go for them. We are all humans. People that are mentored today are big today. You know? Go. Push. Because you see that light in that person. This kind of lifestyle. This guy, his photos, his style, his lifestyle, the kind of person he is. The people that I went for mentorship. I was like FBI. I used to monitor them. I monitored their life, from their personal page, from every of their material. There's one moment I bought the books. I did to just show him that I want to learn from you, sir. These are not photographers, sir. I'm talking of people in the business space. Because it aligns with my vision. What they are doing with their life aligns with my vision. So I decided to go after it. So you take steps. When you now take steps, since you start to attract the provisions that you need to attain your vision. So have a vision. Tell your neighbor, like they say in the church, have a vision. It's not just about carrying camera. Camera is good, but it's not the essence. You want to carry camera for the rest of your life? You don't want to retire eventually? You want to be shooting wedding at 70? So there's more to life. So as you are building yourself as a photographer, you have to build a brand, build the business, scale, look at the value chain, It might not even be just photography. It can be camera dealership, like I said. It can be printing. You can network. You can partner with people eventually. But you must have it in your plan and start working towards it. You can meet fellow people that do not have the money. They don't know. Eventually, when you are making those moves, you can just find people that they have the money. They don't know what to use the money for. And you say, Pastor, this money, you can invest. If you raise 20 million and show them the breakdown, with this, we can buy 5 machines and set up an office and start doing printing. In the whole of Nigeria, how many printing press are serving photographers? I don't think it's up to 10. I mean the good ones, so I'm not talking of. It's not up to 10. The ones that deliver quality prints in the whole country. So an average photographer will be like, I cannot start printing press now. It's too big. 15 million, 20 million. You don't have to be the one that will have the money to start. It's just the idea. Just come with the idea and strategy and start looking for funding. And a lot of us are not patient. So when I say look for funding, you think you just wake up one morning, you just go out, you just see funding in 24 hours. It might take you 2 years, 3 years to find funding because you are just starting this thing. But the moment you eat it, oh, you said Otilo. That's it. So these things are not something you just do in 1 week. I'm talking of something that takes a span of time. But the idea is in your mind. The day the opportunity comes, you just meet someone that just say, if I can find a business, okay, or you go somewhere where they are doing one business, I just, this man, if I talk to him, I share this business idea with him, he might be interested. I know a photographer in Abuja that a couple invested 20 million in his business to set up a studio. They set up a studio for him. And it's not like they even need the money. They just like photography and all these rich people that they have more, they have spare money. And they were like, they just have that dream of having a studio. And they met the guy and they invested 20 million plus. Set up big office, big studio for the guy. Say it's their studio, but they don't need it. So the guy is just using the studio, making money, keeping all the money and just doing his thing. Them just saying at least they know they have studio now. It's part of their bucket lists. You know these rich people now. Bucket lists. You know? But the guy was there. He saw the opportunity. If he wasn't dreaming of having that studio, we would have even started that conversation with them in the first place. For them to have been like, oh, let us invest. So have a dream. Do research. Camera dealership to another business. Serious money. You know, a lot of us like to look at things from the small perspective. Like, if you hear that a photographer charges 1 million, for example, for weddings, you say, this one is the one that is successful. Then the one that charges 200,000, you say, this one is not successful. You are wrong. You are so wrong. I don't even know where to start from. Because it's not about what they charge. It's about what they built. You see somebody that's charging 300,000 and is collecting 10 weddings per Saturday. And in a month, the person has shot 15 weddings. The person has made 7 or 8 million. And the one that's collecting 1 million has shot maybe 2 weddings in that same month. Who made more? You understand? So it's about what they built, not what they are charging. You see fintechs now, they don't even charge you for banking services anymore. You just download the app on your phone and you do free transaction. And these fintechs are getting bigger. Look at Flutterwave, over 1 billion. Because it's not really much about, they are making small. That's small, 5 naira, 10 naira, 15 naira, 5 naira, 10 naira, 15 naira, 5 naira, for millions of people. So the company is worth billions. So building a business from charging high. So you get where I'm coming from. So have a dream. Don't look at it. Look at the value chain of the photography space. What are the areas I can go into? What are the things I can do? Okay. Even if you don't have the resources to do it now, at least write it down. Put it somewhere. Put it beside your bed or by your table or on the door of your toilet. At least you enter your toilet every day to shower or something. Put it there. So as you open the door, you remember, this thing, this printing press. This printing press. Yeah. The more it's coming to your mind, it sticks. And before you know it, you start thinking that way and you start attracting resources to achieve it. You just look at yourself 7 years after and you have built one and you just be going for speech. When I started, that's it. I just thought about it and I wrote it down and now it's a reality. That's how life is. It starts from a dream. And we are not getting any younger, you know. We are not getting any younger. You cannot be waiting till you are 40 or 50 before you start having dreams. You have to start having the dreams now, so you start working towards it. Majority of us are young, man. Everybody is still fresh. You can see Alela. Everything's soft. You know? So vision is important. Don't wait for the provision. And don't jump from one vision to another. You can improvise, you can drift a bit. Maybe you see an opportunity somewhere. Yes, but don't just be doing 10 things at the same time. Align. Even if it's just one or two things, you focus. Don't do, because you will not be able to build your energy. Let's assume you want to be one of the best wedding photographers. And you are now stressing yourself, learning how to shoot babies. you are just slowing down your progress. Because all you should be doing is bridal shoot, or going to second shoot, or going to shoot. Some of you, Saturdays, you stay in your house. And you want to be one of the top wedding photographers. Because nobody has called you to give you money. You stay in your house. Tell me to carry camera, go and follow one photographer out. Even if it's one corner, just be creating. Even if the photographer says you cannot post, must you post? You just create. Keep creating. Keep shooting. Go back home, edit it. Even if you are not posting, it doesn't matter. You are building yourself. Like I said, you don't pursue success, you attract it. By the time you blow, let me use the word blow, because that's what people like. Because you are building yourself, all those free time you are having sitting at, because you know you don't have jobs yet. You just sit down while you wait time. Time is the most important currency you have. Go out. Boss, can I follow you out? Just go there, find one, just be taking, without your camera, just be creating. You get an angle. You are learning already. Because the best way you can grow as a creative is to create. No matter if you like go workshops every day, you create. You have to continually create. As you create, you improve. Majority of my best work, Majority of my best work comes from the ones I created, not my client's work. Because when you create, you have liberty. You can make mistakes. Nobody will question you because it's your mistake now. It's not like it's for a client. And the more mistakes you make when you create, the better for you, so that when you are serving a client, you make less mistakes. But when you don't create, all your mistakes is on the head of the client. It's when you are shooting a client, you now forget to light. You don't know how to light one, something they should have practiced when you are creating. You see what I'm saying now? So it's important that you take this thing seriously. So don't jump from one vision to another. Then capacity building. Your biggest currency is you. Wow, taking time. Hope you guys are okay, sir. I'm not taking your time too much. Capacity building. Your biggest currency is you, not the money in the bank. Your biggest currency is you, not the money in the bank. So the greatest thing you can do for yourself is invest in yourself. Your biggest currency is you, not the money in the bank. So the greatest thing you can do for yourself is invest in yourself. The money you are making, or the money you are keeping in the bank, or the money you aim to make is even subject to the economy, the state of the economy. What 500k can do for you today might not do the same thing for you next year. You have to add 200k to do that same thing that 500k can do for you today. You see people, they said they bought this 750, 450k. Another person came, bought the same 750, 700k. Another person came, bought the same 750, 800k. Right? So money moves. So it's not really much about money. It's about more of what you carry. The value. This 750 as a commodity is valuable for the producers. So even though money is changing, people are still buying the products. That's the real value. So your focus and your energy should be all about investing in yourself. A lot of times when we see things like, come for a workshop, learn this thing. Come for a business workshop, learn this thing. Come for this conference, learn this thing. A lot of us think these people just want to collect my money. But that's not the case. Because that's how you can grow. I've told you before that people that you are seeing in the photography space that have done well for themselves, it's not because they are talented. It's because they learned what they know. It's as simple as that. They learned it, so you should go and learn it. So somebody tells you, let me show you how to light my style. Come and learn it. You will know it. I just concluded masters. And the guy, we have a WhatsApp group, and when they send me the pictures they've shot, I can see. It shows. I was in Benin for a word photography day. I taught them in Benin. I can see. Some of them are showing. I can see. It will show. You cannot learn something except you don't apply what you learn. But if you apply it, you will improve. That's the way it works. You don't improve naturally. It doesn't work that way. It's not like you are human. It's not like you stop eating now for the next 2 months. There's no way you can ever grow fat. That's the meaning now. If you fast now, do dry fasting. Those of you that are that fast, it will show because you are starved. You know, and that's how it is with skill and building yourself up as a creative. Some of you will go a whole year. You will not learn anything new, but you want new clients. You want your business to grow, but you've not learned anything new yourself. You are not a better photographer. You've not done better. You've not done better at your retouching. Your lighting is still the same. Nothing is improving, and you still want to make more money. So your focus is pursuing the money. You forget that you attract it. You don't pursue it. How do you attract it? You build yourself. So the better you are, the more you attract people that will adore your work and want to pay for your services. And how do you become better? You learn to be better. You learn it. You don't be, at least, this is, for example, this is 2023, at least this is where I am as a photographer. I'm this good. By 2024, like this, I'll be better. 2025, I would have grown. It's not by sleeping and waking up that you grow. It's by learning. So that's why you see photographers, some of them come into the photography space in a year, 2 years. They are as good as somebody that has been there for 7 years, 8 years. Because it's not a function of time. It's a function of learning. It's not time. Time is not what makes you grow. It's learning that makes you grow. So don't be thinking, you have to learn. You have to make it your food because you want to be successful in what you do. I'm sure everybody here are photographers. So you learn it. And not just skill. You learn business. How to grow a photography business. How to structure. Even if you don't have money to have team, go and learn it. How to structure. Then photography itself, of course. How to do this, lighting, retouching, posing, all this, business, our contract, invoice. Many things that makes up a business what it is, marketing. You see that someone came here earlier before I speak, said he's the marketing executive of a photography business. What do we need marketing executive for? Am I not supposed to just be posting picture on Instagram and Pepe will be resting? It doesn't work that way. So you don't think you see Magic has, how many followers do I have? Like 60-something Kesha followers. Magic has followers. Majority of my followers are even photographers. So are you the one patronizing me? Yes, the majority of my followers are photographers. Majority of photographer followers, all this stuff, majority of them are photographers. So I will post a picture, I will see 100 comments. Out of the 100, 90 is photographers. Are you the one that is booking me for wedding? So I'm still building my business. I'm still doing my marketing. I'm still doing what needs to be done to get clients. I'm not just sitting and saying I have fine picture, I know how to retouch. No, I put strategies in place. As I'm talking to you now, I'm planning for 2024 already. That's how to grow. It's not just about Instagram followers. You understand? So your biggest currency is you. What you don't have the power to attract, you don't have the power to retain. You know? What you don't have the power to attract, you don't have the power to retain. Learning unlocks transformation. It's only learning. I've said it already. It's when you learn. It's not by time. The more you learn, the more you see something new. Somebody tells you this one today, another person tells you that one tomorrow. You will be transformed. There's no doubt about that. It will happen because you are feeding your mind with the things you want to know. There's no way you will not grow. It's not possible for someone to teach you something new, except you don't apply it or practice it. That's only when you forget. Except you don't apply it or practice it. Yeah. Make a move, guys. Make a move. Success is not automatic. Success is not automatic. Don't waste time on distractions. Don't waste time on distractions. Don't waste time on distractions. Focus on what you can give, not what you can get. So real value is about giving. It's not about getting. A lot of us think so much about money. That money, all of us want the money, yes. But if that is your driving force to photography, it will be tough. So start thinking of value. How do I create a body of work that will make my clients say, when they see it? Not the one that will say, it's okay. Pictures are nice. How do I send pictures to my client and they call me and pray for me? Or how do I render service to my client and blow their mind? And they say, it's not really much about your photos, but the way you treated us, the way you talked to my mother, the way you handled us, the way you... Some of us are impatient. They don't give us food now. They can't say, make a call, they snap up on us feet. I come and snap up and they don't give us food. You are thinking of what you can get, not what you can give. Just me, I've been at weddings where I don't even eat for the T7. My leg will be shaking. Doesn't mean if I have to capture something, I run there passionately. Like my life depends on it. To just get those moments that I need to get. That's nothing to do with them feeding me or how they treat me. Just keep giving. So when I say focus on what you can give, not distributing money, I mean give your all to what you are doing. Be diligent. Some of you do a shoot. When the client is still making inquiries, you are serious. You pick the client's call. You talk to the client. You are very there. But the moment they pay you like this, that's all. We are busy. You know that we are a company. We have things we do here, ma. You change. You are not giving. So you keep giving because your greatest marketers are your clients anyway. You know. But most importantly, start to employ steps, strategies to make progress. Progress is not automatic. It takes steps. It takes planning. It takes learning. Learn from people that are ahead of you. That's what I'm doing. That's what the majority of people that I am following, that's what they did. So nobody brought anything from heaven. The only thing we brought is talent. And these days, talent doesn't even matter anymore. It doesn't even count. Talent doesn't even play any major role in success anymore. You see people that they don't even know how to sing. They went to do voice training. And they are big musicians now. All those talents is very minute now. It's about what you are able to build. So there's not, this is who I am. No, that one is just small. It's about what you're able to build based on what you have. So this photography, I understand that you might be in a certain level where you feel like, I'm just starting. No, I can't. All these things this man is saying here. No, but you have to start pushing towards that direction. If not, you will just be limiting yourself. And you will stay in that same cycle for long. You just find that, I don't do this thing for 5 years. Like play. That's how it happens. Time flies. Before you know it, 7 years on this thing. That's how it happens. Push. The resources that you have right now, use it to take yourself to the next level. What brought you to where you are now is what you learnt before. Right? Yes. Photography did not fall on your head now. You learnt it. So what brought you to the level you have gotten to in your business or yourself as a photographer is based on what you knew before that you learnt. So for you to get to where you want to go to, you learn how to get there. Simple. You just learn it through skill and business. So somebody calls for a workshop, and this person is someone you are looking up to. You go. From that workshop, you build network with the person. That's how it works. From there, please, I don't know. Before you enter, you know what I mean by enter. You enter, you start learning, building, and it's not just one person. You open yourself up to different people. Learn here, pick here. Be feeding yourself. Before you know it, boom. Your people are trying to come to you to learn from you. Learn both business and skill. A lot of us focus so much on the skill. We forget that the base of business, strategy, marketing, many things that is important to growing yourself as a creative also plays a major role. Are you guys with me? Now, if you want to, let me start from here. We are approaching 2024. This is already September, so the year is literally. I won't say the year is gone, but we are wrapping up. What is your plan for 2024? You just want to start. You just do Happy New Year. You now start the same cycle. New Year. Okay, wedding. Job, no photo shoot. You are just there panicking. February. January. Now only one shoot I see. February. Before you know it's June. You're already looking at 2025. I'm sure you guys get what I'm saying. I'm sure you felt probably that way at the beginning of this year. Or beginning of last year. Okay. No plan, no strategy, no. Okay, by the time we start like this is where I'm going to start. This is what I'll start doing for the first 2 months. I'll run this first, then I'll move to this, then I'll move to this. At least by the end of the year, if I look back at the year, I will see that, okay, I can still point out, okay, maybe let's say you have like 7 things you are prepared. At least you achieve 4 to 5. That's progress. Because Rome is not built in a day. It's not just one, but you build. But you have to continually build until you get to your finish. In fact, there's no finish line in life anyway. You have to just keep making progress, So what's your plan for 2024? Just ponder small in your mind. So it's not really much about making jobs. You don't chase jobs, you attract jobs. So how do you attract jobs? You have to take steps to attracting jobs. You have to devise strategies from the place of your business, from the place of your skill, from the place of your marketing, from the place of your customer service. Because these are the things that makes a business stand strong. But if you don't start learning these things, you will not know what to do. Hope you guys are able to pick 1 or 2. Because everybody is silent. My guy on blue glasses. Are you good? Yeah, sure? So learn, guys. I think I've taken so much time already. Learn. Take intentional steps. You said? Take intentional steps to pushing yourself to the next year. Next year is already upon us. This is the time to start making plans for it. Me, I'm already doing my own serious thinking. Even my wife will be like, I come and sleep now. I'm like, chill, babe. Because now you go shop the money anyway. I'm planning. So that when the new year comes, boom, I'm executing. I'm not just starting, now we're in a new year. What's going to happen this year? Some of you don't even think, even in the new year, you just enter, you just start, January. You just keep looking for what the circumstance will lead you. And sometimes circumstance will not favor you. It just lead you to one direction that you don't expect. When you have strategy, written down strategy, a real one, you know, this is my plan. So even if things are not really going your way, you are just sticking to your plan. So that at the end of the year, you can look back and say, okay, this is how the year was. Even though, okay, I've not gotten to where I want, at least this is not where I was. This is progress. Then you carry on to the next year again. You just find that 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, you've gone far. And time flies. So when I say 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, in your mind, because I've been there, anytime I hear anything 3 years, 4 years, it used to sound like, let's just focus on what's going on now. That one is still far. Before you know it, 3 years will just come. You just feel like, wow, this was 3 years ago. You've already passed on that. And, you find yourself now starting all over again. We have a conference next month. I think they played this for those of you that came early. I think we played the stuff here. We have a conference next month. It's called Launch 24 Conference. Help me. It's called Launch 24 Conference. That conference is for photographers. If you see that, I'm trying to create, don't play the doors opening. I'm trying to create programs, and I'm intentionally focusing them on who? Photographers. Because I found out that a lot of us photographers don't do these things. I mean photographers that have gotten to a level where they can do it. But they don't do these things where they show people that are still growing their businesses. All of us are still growing our businesses though. But you get what I mean. They don't go to a point where they show people that are still growing their businesses how to get there. And what I believe is when everyone is growing, it is the industry that is growing. So that's why you find people, actresses, movie producer is wealthy, filmmaker is wealthy, director is wealthy. So the industry enjoys. So, it's big. It's not like one person is just, if it's a situation of maybe like only few people are the ones that are doing well, the industry will suffer, actually. So it's not really much about competition. No, when the competition is big, it's even better because it will attract more money into the industry. Look at Meta, Facebook. They went to create, what's the name of this app that just came out? Try it again. Why? But the audience is huge. So Twitter is still doing well. Thread 2 is enjoying. Everybody. The industry, I don't know when we come again. Doesn't mean Twitter will pack up. When Thread came out, they were like, Twitter, it's not possible. Twitter is a strong business. The same way Thread is getting they have their audience, Twitter too has their own. Facebook, everybody is there. A lot of us don't use Facebook like we used to do before in Nigeria. Yeah. But a lot of other countries still use Facebook. Facebook is still the biggest social network in the world. Bigger than all these other networks they were using. Billions and billions of people are using Facebook. So, you think Facebook is forgotten? Who told you that? So, to just tell you that when everybody starts growing, we all benefit. So, it's not like, this thing that I know, I cannot tell this guy. He will be using it. No, that's small thinking. That's for babies. That's small thinking. So, I don't believe in that. Somebody says that business is growing. All of us will enjoy because industry our photographers are expensive now. These guys, they are not small boys. Not that there's only one guy. So, the moment they can have, they just come to you. You are cheap now. You come now. No. Everybody is growing. So you are confident. Everybody is confident. No, this is my price. Oh, this is our standard. No, the perception begins to change. Then we can start doing bigger things, partnering. Imagine 4 photographers, 3 photographers coming together, creating a massive printing press. So we are serving ourselves. It's not like outsiders that are not photographers are the ones that is printing for us. We are the professionals. We know the prints. We know the colors that we come out with. 5 photographers contribute, build a printing press. Start a camera dealership. Create an app for photographers. Many things. But sometimes a lot of things is not easy to do on your own. But if we are not growing, there's only one person that is just doing champion. I'm in the industry, I'm the boss. All of us will do on our businesses. Strategies from marketing to networking to some things that I cannot just tell you for free. I'm sorry. Because I know what I'm going to do. You know those things. So those things will transform your business and also transform your photography. That will really help you because you cannot make progress without exposing yourself to these things. When you get they call it, I'm trying to find the perfect word for it. It's not English, but those of you that understand Yoruba know what I mean by saying, like, just get it. Just, this is what I'm going to do. That might even cause you to pivot away from the photography you are currently doing. You can just see, hey, this is an opportunity here. I mean, it doesn't mean you show them what you are doing. But just like, you start eyeing that place and you start making research on this place. But if you just stay in your house, just sit down there, just checking Instagram, checking YouTube, watching Netflix. Some of you have watched all the series, finish all the series, all the series on Netflix. Nah, I'm not saying you should not watch movies. I watch movies. So I'm not saying you do not live your life. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying you have to balance it with the things that are more important. So Launch 24 conference is coming October, I think 18th. Yeah, 18th of October. So that's just like 5 weeks. Plus, is it 18th? So 18th of October. So that's like 5 weeks from now. It's going to be amazing. We are not using this place, we're using a different place here in Alausa. Amazing time, where you just come, sit down, we strategize. There's a master class. We'll talk about our businesses, draft out plans. There's going to be a board where we'll draw out plans, analyze them from marketing to sales to business to creativity to customers, everything. We'll break it down, then you'll take it as a plan. Because, a lot of us, we have different levels in our business. You might have gotten to a certain place where this guy is aspiring to get, and vice versa. So, everybody has their different story. So, I cannot just tell you something generally. All of you should just apply generally. It doesn't work that way. I might tell you something that worked perfectly, and for him, it's like, it doesn't go with what he's doing. You understand? So the essence of that conference is to give you guys direct insight. So it's going to be a serious session where it's not just going to be me talking like this. We'll talk, we'll analyze, get to the vision board, talk, break it down, break everything breakable. So that next year you start well. There's a lot of power in vision. So when you start your year with a vision, you're like, this is what I should achieve this year. You now start running. At least you have a direction. It's not just, you're just there. Okay, new year, let's see what happens. You now enter June, you now start panicking. I don't see job. Are you guys with me? So Launch 24 is, you guys are the first to hear about this. We just want to launch the campaign today. But since we are in Limitless, let me show you. Yeah, come on, play this thing for me. Let me show them the trailer video. It's nothing serious. I've already explained what the conference is all about to you anyways. Then play that one there for the people streaming online. Dear photographers, if you are looking to achieve immense progress in 2024, listen to this. 2024 is upon us. It's time to tap into a new frequency and get to start your new year on an intentional note. Hi, I'm Oluseyi, and I introduce to you the Launch 24 conference for photographers. This conference is a unique experience, an in-depth masterclass and strategy session for photographers. Your career needs a positive shift in 2024, and to achieve this, you need to plan and strategize ahead. Hope is not a strategy, no. Without a plan, you are just wishing, and that can leave you frustrated. We will be dealing with every area needed to push your career to the next level, from your skills to your business. This conference is curated for African photographers, so you can register from any country that you are. Be a part of the Launch 24 conference. Visualize, plan, and succeed. Dear photographers, if you are looking to achieve immense progress in 2024, listen to this. 2024 is upon us. It's time to tap into a new frequency and get to start your new year on an intentional note. Hi, I'm Oluseyi, and I introduce to you the Launch 24 conference for photographers. This conference is a unique experience, an in-depth masterclass and strategy session for photographers. Your career needs a positive shift in 2024, and to achieve this, you need to plan and strategize ahead. Hope is not a strategy, no. Without a plan, you are just wishing, and that can leave you frustrated. We will be dealing with every area needed to push your career to the next level, from your skills to your business. This conference is curated for African photographers, so you can register from any country that you are. Be a part of the Launch 24 conference. Visualize, plan, and succeed. A lot of us hope. Hope is very easy. I hope I achieve this. I hope I become this. I hope I can shoot like this. I hope I have this type of business. I've been there too. I used to hope. I mean, I'm even a master at hoping. I will even be telling my friends, then, Mom, make I just be like this. It's very easy to hope. Mom, this new year, don't go. Nothing much this year, but this new year, at least I should just be like this in that new year. That's just hoping. It's just wishing. That's not intentional. But you start the new year and say, okay, now we are here, 2024. Okay, these are the things I've planned. Because if you start planning in 2024, it doesn't make sense. You waste time. Before you are done figuring out your plan, it's already February. People that are getting married in October and November, they're already looking for photographers. By April, they've finished booking. You're left stranded. You're not looking for the few ones that are left. So when you start now, next month is October. You have October to December to actualize it, to put it to fruition. Then you start executing in the new year. So if you are trying to put resources together this year, you know what you want to use it for. Now, next year, at least this morning, I'm setting this is what I will start my year with so that I can propel my business to a higher level. Hope is not a strategy. It's important that you are intentional. Everybody you are looking up to today started on an intentional note. So, and this is a paid event, like I said. It's a conference, so it's not a small thing. And I'm not going to be the only one speaking to you, even though I'll be the main coach for you guys that day. I won't be the only one, but I'll be the main coach. But it's very important that you tap into this. It's not like it's expensive. I'm sure you guys are like, okay, say the price now. Nobody is talking to anybody. Nobody is 35,000. So you see that it's cheap. 35. You see, you should clap. No, nobody is cutting anything. We are not selling tomato here. 500 people, crowd is not going to work. So it's limited. So for those of you that are part of Limitless, since you are here, you will have a wait list. So if you can quickly join that wait list, at least you can pay, what's the percentage for people to, you can pay 40% to join the wait list, just to secure your spots. Then you can balance before 10th of March or something, 10th of October, pardon me. Sure you get. So that at least you know you have a spot. Because the moment we cover the number we need, we won't be able to take more. Because it's important for me that this thing is effective. And you not just come and you just hear English and go. Sure you get. So we really go down. If we have too much crowd, it won't work. It won't work. So if you can join the wait, I'm saying this because you guys are here. You guys were selected because I love the passion I saw. At least all of you were able to help me repost Limitless, tag me. Who is K-Graphy? Okay, I used to see you everywhere, Okay, I just knew I would ask. You look different here. Okay. All right. So it's important that you do this. Join the waitlist now with 40%. If you can pay once, just pay. Just pay. I know that you've tied down that spot for 18th October and you're going to be part of that. And if you can, you feel like, okay, you still need to raise some money, join the waitlist now. So that when you are reaching out at maybe later, you will not say it's closed. Because what I don't want is for people to do this and not get value. Imagine doing this and you feel like you didn't learn anything, nothing special. What's not the essence? So for us to achieve that, there has to be a limited number. Sure you understand? So before that slot fill, just join the waitlist now. Pay 40% of 35,000 is how much? Oh, this event is going too cheap. Anyways, just quickly, you understand? Do this. Join the waitlist. Lock yourself in. We'll add you to a group where you'll be getting all the updates on progress of things towards that. They address everything that we need to come with and everything that you need to bring for the conference. So you can start 2024 correct. So that you can hold my trouser when it's the end of 2024 and say, this year, of course, that won't be the case. That won't be the story, by God's grace. It's important that you apply what you learn, yes. But at least you learn first. If you don't learn, what is there to apply? And I think the little talk I've given you guys money has given you a little bit of deep understanding that there's more. There's more. And the industry is big. So don't worry about, there's nothing like competition. It doesn't exist. Believe me, I'm not coming here to sound like motivation speaker. Thank God we are doing the same thing. It's different if I'm just coming from another industry and now we're tie and now saying in life you must change, how these motivational speakers talk. You say, so you will say this one knows I'll be waiting with the face job. But we are doing this together. We are in this together. So I know how it works. Sure you get. So learn from your colleague. I'm your colleague. And I thank God for how far I've come. Let's sit down, let's talk, like that few hours, go deeper, draft out a plan, create a strategy. Then you at least it will even give you you will be looking forward to the new year. You're not just new year, let's see what happens. You look forward. In fact, you can even start implementing your own before the new year. You don't have to wait. There's no rule that they say it must be January 1. This year you can start putting things in place, okay? So start attracting clients for even that January, February. Because people that want to do, that will need service in January, they will look for the person in December, November, right? Sorry. You understand? So have a vision, have a dream, then take steps. Launch 24 conference is one of those steps. Don't think that, I'm sure some of you would have calculated 35K in your head now. If I use this money, I can buy speed light. I've been there. Am I right? Am I wrong? I'm not wrong. I've been there. When somebody tells me this is the cost of investing in this thing, it's not like I don't raise that money, but I'll quickly think of other things I can use that money for. I'll try and weigh the importance. And say, this is what money can do. Before you know it, that thing that you think the money can do, you will not use the money for it. The money will not go somewhere that you didn't even plan for. That you can even, when you even remember, it's like, why did I even register for this thing? Then you start seeing testimonies. So don't miss this opportunity. Jump on this, be a part of it. Join immediately when we are done, speak to Mr. Drake there or any of these people wearing the Limitless polo. You know, the 24 is going to be bigger than this, nicer, fresh, soft event. Soft event. It's not going to be here. Soft event makes sense, and it's going to be an experience that you will never forget. Believe me. You know, it's going to be. I'm preparing for it already, and what I have to share is going to help you so much. Not just from my own story. It's also from my research. So when I say from my research, from other people's story, I brought it together to give you something I know that will really, really help you. You know, like some people say they used to. I kind of cracked the code of the industry. What makes things work based on my experiences, even based on my mistakes too. Because me standing here doesn't mean my business was just perfect from the beginning to now. If I start telling you the mistakes I've made, you'll be sorry. Big ones, you know. But I found out that it's a journey. So it doesn't make sense that those of you coming will now make the same mistake. Because there are certain decisions that you think is the right decision because you don't have information, you don't know. Because you're not informed, so you just feel like, this is what, So, you know, a lot of us make those type of peripheral decisions based on what we see on Instagram. So you just see a photographer post something on his story. Let me give you an analysis. You see a photographer come out of a Ferrari. You say, this guy don't buy Ferrari. So photographer said he drive Ferrari. And maybe it's his client's Ferrari. Maybe he wants the client out to shoot. And that's what you guide your decision. That's not information. That is just rumor. That's just rumor. Some people, some of you that used to check on prices that other photographers charge, you think that's what they collect. So you will go and ask for somebody's price. You see his price list. You say, more. So if somebody can charge this amount, I must charge this amount. The person is probably has his own way of getting his job. You don't know. You just follow what you are seeing on Instagram. You do the same. And you start seeing different results. And you're wondering, why is my own different now from this guy? That's the essence of knowledge. So I feel like, let's help ourselves grow. Let's take steps. Let's make photography big. Let's make photography an industry. You'll be anything like medical, health, education, agriculture. You will not hear photography. Have you heard it in the same sentence with agriculture before? And photography is equally as big, actually. But we are the one that is not making it big. Everybody just making, make I just see birthday shoots, family shoots. These are good, but that's limiting. You have to start to think beyond. Take intentional steps. Start to package your business as a business. Some of you can even go into partnership. You people know what partnership is now, but you just learned it in school. This thing works. Actually, partnership is a very powerful way of building business. You see all those big fintechs you see today. All of them, you see co-founder. Go and check. You will not see founder. Sorry, let me finish. No, I'm not with the last question. So you will not see founder. Why are you saying go and do your research? All these companies that are out there now. You don't see founder again. There's nothing like founder. It's not easy to build the empire on your own. People are partnering, people are taking steps. So these are the things we'll go deep into. That you just find the direction for yourself in your business and you start to implement. Doesn't mean you will not make mistakes along the way. It's part of life. But at least you are making a move and you are intentional. You are not just letting the wind carry you wherever. What if something happens? Instagram crash. Remember all those small times Instagram will fail for 3 hours. Everybody will panic on WhatsApp. Instagram, no, they come up. You need to start to see beyond Instagram. Build a business of your dreams and take your brand to the next level. Thank you very much. So, all right, so questions now.
Thank you very much for the observation.
Yeah.
Regarding the lottery before, it was the seller to pay, and the price already is 15,000 naira.
No, it's not 15,000 now. Maybe the waitlist price.
That's the waitlist price.
Waitlist.
So you have to lock your spot with that amount. Do you understand? With that amount. So it's the window just open for 48 hours.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't talk about the window. Yes, it's just 48 hours for the wait list. So it's just 48 hours for the wait list.
Magic, please let me come up just to make some.
To add something, okay, no problem. Are we still live? All right, so you use this. Okay.
Hello, everyone. Sorry, please, just to make some clarification about the wait list for the launch 24. Like you said, the event is coming up next month on the 18th. But for the sake of those that are here for the Limitless event and those that are watching us online, you have the opportunity to lock your spot with that 40% of the actual price, which is 35,000. So the window is open for 48 hours. So you have the opportunity to pay instrumentally. Now, if you lock your spot with that 40%, you can pay the rest later before the date. But once the window closes, once the 48 hours window closes, you only have the option of paying once, which is 35,000. So do you get the difference now? So if you are able to lock your spot now with that 40%, you can be rest assured that your spot is locked, and before 18th of October, you can pay up. But after then, after the 48 hours window closes, you have to pay the 35,000 naira in full at once. Is that clear?
Okay, okay. So you said people online, how would they log in? They're asking on the comment section there. Okay. Is the platform up?
Yeah, it is.
On Linktree?
Yeah, it is.
So should I just announce that?
I'll put it on Linktree now.
Okay. So in like few minutes, the platform will be up on Linktree. When I say Linktree, you know what I mean? On our link in bio. So if you just go to Red Magic Academy, speaking to those that are online and those of you here, if you just go to Red Magic Academy and you check the link, you will see the Launch 24 conference. So just go for it once and for all. And I think what we'll do is, listen to this, what we'll do is to have 2 different links so that for people that are willing to just pay up at once, they can just pay. Some people don't want to do it, they just want to pay once. So we don't just limit. So create 2 different links for the full payment and for the wait list. Since the wait list is just 48 hours anyway, then please do this and know that you are safe and you are part of this amazing event. You were going to ask a question before. Yeah.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone.
Yeah.
My name is Nebraska, and my brand name is Pixels. Yeah. So my first question is Okay.
Let him just hold it.
Okay. Yeah. So my first question is I'm actually 2 years in photography.
Okay. Please, one house, guys. One house.
So I've been having this because I have a lot of mentors, and one of my mentors like I should major in a niche. So I do about 3 major niches in photography.
Yeah, you do about 3 what?
Niche in photography.
Major niche. Okay,
Yeah.
niche. Sorry, I didn't know that.
I'm a documentary photographer. I also do weddings, and I also do events. And I actually weighed the 3 of them, and I'm like doing well. But I've gotten how do I put this now? Opinions from different people, and they're like, I should just major on one, let everyone know me for this. But I'm this kind of person that I can't just be in one place. And again, I also had something like, this aspect of color grading for photographers. I'm this photographer that doesn't have one palette. So I color grade based on probably the event or probably the modality of the event, because I feel colors actually tells my story better. So I don't know if it's okay if I use different colors
for different things.
Yeah, for different things. And
questions plenty. Carry on.
Yeah, so okay, my third one is I'm trying to shoot my shot. So can I second shoot your next wedding? Thank you very much.
All right, sit. So the first question about the fact that you do different niches, and it's important that you major on one, in my opinion. Doesn't mean you should shut down the other niches, but you cannot major on 3 niches simultaneously. Building a business is not a joke. So building 3, because you don't call it niche, call it business. So that you will see that it's big. It's like you want to build 3 businesses at once. You want to network. Because the way you network in the documentary space is different from the way you network in the wedding space. The kind of people you want to meet as a wedding photographer is different from the kind of people you want to meet as a documentary photographer. As a documentary photographer now, you might be looking for people that want to buy your images. Or people sell pictures, you know. You might be looking for how to sell your pictures. Wedding photographers, you might be looking for maybe event planners or brides. So the game is different. Doesn't mean you cannot do it simultaneously, but there should be the one that you are most passionate about deep down. And be like, this one, no. If anything happens and everything crashes, this one, it should be my number one. So you can have different platforms for it. You understand? It has to be different though. You cannot be mixing wedding and when you say documentary, I mean I take it as documentary, like streets.
Yes.
Is that what you mean? Yes. Yeah, you can't. I can't see a beautiful bride and I scroll and I see one woman selling tomato as the next picture. You are confusing me. I don't see you as a full-time wedding photographer, and also I don't see you as a full-time documentary photographer. So it's like you are just sitting on the fence. You understand? So even if you want to do it, have separate platforms, brand them separately, but still have one that is your major. So that if you are looking for where to put more of your resources, you focus on one. The other ones you can still be building them on the side. There's no crime in having. I'm a wedding photographer now, and now I'm running an academy. Sure you get. So, all right. So what I think color grading. Just a second. So speaking of color grading, it's important that you have a style that you are known for. Very key. Very key. Very key. Don't joke with it, especially if you are waiting for have a style, because that's what will make photography is identity. It's not like when you hear Burna Boy singing, you know it's Burna Boy. You will know. You don't need to know. You just na Burna Boy be this. You know, or you hear Mercy Chinwo, the way she goes up like this, you know Mercy Chinwo be this. Those of you that are Mercy Chinwo fans, you understand. So have a style. I'm not trying to say you should not explore or evolve. A lot of my friends say when they see my picture, they don't need to check the logo. They know, magic work with this. That's how it should be. When I see biggest work, I know. When I see T.Y. Bellows, I know. I'm sure all of you feel the same way. You just know T.Y. Bellows. Sometimes you not be like, so it's never T.Y. Bellows. This person must be copying T.Y. Bellows. It's identity. Imagine T.Y. Bellows putting different style. You will not recognize our work when you see it. So explore, but build a style of your own. And stick to a lot of times. So I have preset of other photographers. Sometimes when I apply them, they look pretty in my eyes, and I'm like, this preset. When I apply my own, I'm like, this one is my own. So I'd rather go for my own. Sometimes I use other photographers. It looks pretty. When I apply my, use your own. Sometimes I'll be torn in choosing. Which one? This one. Sometimes I don't know if you've been there. You apply this. This one go. You apply that one. This one to go. So I will just choose my own, JJ. Because since this is what I'm known for anyway, why can't I just keep building it? I now build on it. You understand? So create your own. It takes time to create your own. So you cannot just sit there on the system one day and just get your color. And you would have series of colors. So when I say I have my color, doesn't mean I have just one preset. I have almost 30. I just play around. I paste, I tweak. But there's a feel my color carries that when you see my work, you know that this is definitely a Magic's picture. You understand? So just work in that light. Everything is about identity. You must be known for something. At the end of the day, be known. These guys' pictures are red, these pictures are green, So people that love green will come to you. So when you are serving them, they know what to expect from you, because they know what they saw. But if you are just, they will now see one green picture you posted. They booked you because of that. You now deliver red picture. You now be like, why is my picture red? Now it's not green. Just an analysis. You get where I'm coming from. So it's better that you have a. What's your third question? That third one is strong. I have a team, but we'll talk, Sha. I have see squad. It's a football team here. All right, we're going to ask a question.
Good afternoon.
Can they hear us online, Paul?
Yes,
All right.
my name is Gospel Jimuta.
Okay.
My handle is eGood Visuals. I have two questions. The first one, you've mentioned selling image. Like from my region where I came from Delta State yesterday.
For this program?
Yes, sir.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I don't really see photographers selling image, like just take a shot of probably someone selling tomatoes and sell it. I don't really see that thing happening in that region. Then also from that same place, you did an example of somebody that give pictures for at least 1,000. Everybody was like shouting. Who does that? But in where I come from, because these are beautiful works and you just account amount.
Like 1,000.
1K, some kind of beautiful work, 1K. So how do you come out from that kind of thing? Like, you are thinking it about maybe you meet some like 20 other photographers. You want to be shooting, you know your work is fine. You want to be shooting at least something above 1K
Above
or 2K. But the rest 19 of them are still shooting 1K. How do you start?
Come for the 24 conference, first of all. Try to come for the conference. It will help you. I have some things that will help you, but just to answer your question, association is very powerful. Association changed my life, literally. I think that was where my shift started from in my journey. When I started talking to a new set of people. I understand that in your space, these people you're talking about are also your competitors. So if you say you want to collect 5K, for example, then they are still collecting 1K, you may find yourself stranded. Leave if you have to. If you have to. I know some guys in Lagos here that left and came to Lagos. Some left where they were and went to the capital city of the state they are based. Because in 2023, I don't know if I should say this online, but you cannot be collecting 1,000. You understand? Even if you are inside village. But, what camera do you use?
Nikon, this is 10.
That's a full frame camera now. You cannot be using a camera full frame and they are paying that amount for a full frame camera now. And I'm sure you probably have some lights that you shoot with.
800.
You have a studio?
I still collaborate
With some colleagues. She understands. So sometimes if you find yourself that this destiny that I'm chasing you, in this place you move. If you can. I know it's not easy like that, just move, I know. But if you can, you should. I'm not trying to say you make money in Lagos. I mentioned during the session that I know guys in places like Akure Ekiti that have built houses. So it's one thing to think of increasing your price. It's another thing to craft your business strategy in a way that you can pull traffic to your business. Where you now make that small money, you now make it on a large scale. 7 different purposes. Maybe you go into frame making, or you go into some kind of photograph, depending. Or there are so many strategies. I don't know where to start from right now. Then you now scale. But sometimes location too is a major factor. There's no doubt about that. Even in Lagos, location is a factor. Inside this Lagos, where you live plays a significant role to the client you serve. Especially if you're doing more of portrait work, where people come to your studio or you serve people. Location is very powerful. And when you say one, I'm sure you mean something around portrait work. It cannot be wedding now. If it's wedding, that one is already that one. Okay. So proximity matters. What state is that? I'm sure in Asaba, I don't think they'll be paying 1K for photo shoot. Abi, I'm wrong again.
I don't know about.
I don't think so. You saying, what do you say again?
Sapele.
Sapele. Okay, Sapele sounds like a popular place. Is it not very modern?
It's modern.
But the mindset towards pictures.
Yeah, mindset was.
Do your research. If you know it's not working for you, leave. You cannot sit down with fellow photographers that are charging 1,000 and you are no. You have to find a way to rise above it there or you leave. That's the truth. But there are many other strategies. Questions are really wait. Let me round up so that lots of people that are watching online. People that are watching online so that we can end the stream. She understand. So all these questions there is for Lost 24. Because something you said is similar to some of my strategies for Lost 24 for some people that have proximity location issues. And there are more deeper answers that one can employ. Something came to my head, but I won't tell you. Come for Lost 24. Let me wrap up so that we can carry on. So thank you, everyone, especially for those people that are joined us online. Don't forget to check out the link. Is the camera on me? Don't forget to check out the link on Rare Magic Academy. Check the link in bio. Don't also forget to follow us, Rare Magic Academy and Oluseyi Magic. So check the link in bio. Join the waitlist now for Launch 24 conference at 40% and take your business to the next level. Thank you, guys. Yeah. Oh yeah, so I can relax now.